I'm more spiritual than lyrical. Produced my whole album, there's nothing short of a miracle. Was I wrong to be so heavy-hearted? I refuse to give up what I started. For false awards and cover boards in every store. A different shores of bored when all my people poor. Yeah, there's some brawls galore, but hell, I wanted more. Fuck a reality show, I'd rather do a tour. I'd rather crowd surf. Before I live as if God ain't real, I'd rather die first. Bury me inside a cemetery. Remember me as just a visionary. How much around I'm more Pratt than OG Bobby. They love the fact you made it, but hate the fact you got it. The stairway to heaven is packed, I'm in the lobby. Too scared to go to sleep, cause most times I often died in my dreams.
Not every day I get to hang out with the king.
No doubt.
A king remembered in time.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah.
Now, why drop a self-titled mixtape?
I think it was, for me, it was important to, one, to brand the name, and then the first project people heard from me was K.R.I.T was here.
Right.
And so to just come back from that, well, this is King Remember the Time. This is like the more royal aspect of K.R.I.T was here, and just showing the growth from the artwork on the cover to the instrumentation in the project, and the lyrical content, the subject matter, and all of that I wanted to touch on in this whole project. And I think I was able to achieve that. And I'm excited that it's out now, you know what I'm saying?
So what were you in a zone like this? That you was just saying the instrumentation, like the level of the funk and the vibe that you captured on this project is crazy. So were you in a zone production-wise?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was about going back to just the hunger, reminding myself of what I do this for. You know, coming off of, you know, Live from the Underground and dealing with sample clearances and so much business, that it was like, all right, this is my opportunity to just go back to sleeping in my studio, waking up, recording, eating in the studio, like chilling in the studio, recording, sleeping in the studio, not going anywhere. Right. And that's what I did with this project, man. It's like I devoted as much time as I possibly could to it, and I plan on doing that for my next album as well, that it'll come out when it come out, you know?
Why is Big K.R.I.T dropping mixtapes anymore?
The mixtapes, because they're free.
Right.
But they're still albums, man. We still treat them as such. And so people have come to expect me to give my all in these free projects just like I would my actual album. And I am. I'm always going to do it that way. It's quality over quantity, man, you know?
We can hit the ball on. We can hit the ball on. We can hit the ball on. Sit tall on, crawl on.
It just got this 808 tweeters like feel to it. And it was like, yo, I remember having, like, you know, recording the record and like, yo, today I'm on it. I was like, yo, I gotta put Future on this. And my pop was like, hell yeah. We was all turned up by it. Because he's like, yo, it's perfect. And he really did it all in like one take. He was like, yo, what you need me to do? And he was like, yo, I got it, boom. And then he knocked it out. And then everybody in the studio was like, hell yeah. Today I'm on it. And once you introduce a record to people and they immediately learn it, especially like just last week I had the ball, I'm like, that's easy. Everybody balled on something like that last week. So it was like, you know, like once people learn, I was like, yeah, this shit.
We've been through the game like in the high could you doubt me. Hold it, we can hit the ball on. We can hit the ball on. We can hit the ball on. Sit tall on, crawl on.
And then we perform it, like I performed it 2 days after we dropped the project and people were so turned up. And I was like, yeah, we got something. I'm glad I put a snippet on it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man. I can't wait for people to hear the finished version of that. Please go to iTunes, won't we put it up there if you want to hear it. But yeah, I can't wait for, man, sports. I need all sports people to get on this too.
Word.
Ball on them. Yes.
Word.
Yeah. Strategic, man.
Word.
We gonna catch football season and baseball season, Lord willing. Yeah.
In a room full of tight stairs, was LFU a dream or a nightmare? How dare I rap about my real life? Good Lord, I gave my all, but this don't feel right.
Well, I would call REM Dreaming Part 2. You know, people that were familiar with Return to Forever, I had a record on it called Dreaming. It was like the beginning, everything was going, I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? But REM is more like when your dreams might become nightmares, or being unsure about your dreams and whether you follow them correctly, and having to deal with that. And even in my career with Live from the Underground, and so many of my fan base being like, they love it, but then you have the ones that are like, oh, it's not better than K.R.I.T was here. It's not better than Return to Forever. It's not better than Forever Today. That sounded like the label wanted that on there. And me knowing and how I created it and just wanted to embody so much of the hunger that I had back in the day and now and grow, but dealing with so much of the sample clearances and the business aspect that it pushes back, and then you have a song that can't get cleared, which you learn 2 weeks before you turn in the project, so you gotta take it off. All of that went into LFU, and that's what REM is about, wanting to prove myself, feeling like, and that I failed, you know, people around me, and then I wanted to, you know, just get back in the studio and work and let them know that, no, I can do this.
All is still hitters, pray that they still get it. I feel like I failed, y'all, it's hard to live with it, my dreams.
Yeah, man, I got the opportunity, I sampled the homie James Blake. And the record is crazy. When I heard it, it's wild, because I heard the song and I was like, oh, I'm gonna sample this, I don't think nobody else had. But it's a very, very popular song that I sampled. And so many people automatically knew what I sampled and dug the way I flipped it. And it just worked with the vibe and the theme and how we sung it. And it's just so much emotion going on in this song. And it was kind of easy for people to resonate with it. Jigaboo's a minstrel you, but never me. Blackface, my black face could never be. Sambo, my camos say otherwise. That revolution of mine, they'll never televise. That line pops up a lot on Twitter that people retweet. You know, I mean, and it's one of those things that even in the beginning of my career, I was telling people that it's not a gimmick with me. That I'm not trying to tap dance for you or nothing like that. I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I wouldn't do either. And in my music, it's always about, you know, bigging up the people and it's for the people and, you know, being in control of your dreams and your life. And that's what my music has always been about.
I wish you saw the bigger picture. Beautiful and modern, all the same. But what's a photo if it's out of frame? I wish you saw the bigger picture. I pray you see the bigger picture.
Bigger Picture is one of my nicer love songs, I think. But it still got that edge where you might be in a relationship with somebody and they feel like you're not the same person you were, and maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, and that's natural. But I flipped it in a way it was more about art, or it sounded about art, from talking about Banksy, Basquiat, Rembrandt, you know what I'm saying, Van Gogh. But even in the spectrum of my music, how she views my content now versus how it used to be. And it's not as good, and she wants me to get back to that. And it's the same way in relationships. But it's the overall bigger picture that I'm doing it for us.
I'll paint all the world for you. I'll paint all the world for you. I'll paint all the world for you, baby.
The singing is funny because a lot of people think that's a part of the actual track, and it's not. And I won't tell you who's singing that, but yeah, it's not. No, that's like, yeah, that's some new. You know, that ain't a part of the sample, so you won't be able to find that. Yeah, that group that's singing. That's funny, man. Cause a lot of people like, yo, what's this group that's singing? And it's not, man. It's just it's a late night. I had enough to drink.
Nice.
And I could sing those notes and filter them and make them sound like a sample.
So now you are an R&B group now.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna drop an old school CD and everything, vinyl record. That whole group, the Quartets or something.
I was about to ask what was it?
I don't know, man. Yeah, the Multis or something. Yeah, for real.
That might be career suicide.
No, it won't. It's gonna sell. I work with the Dap Kings. That'll sell. You bugging. Yeah.
It gotta have a liquor sponsor though.
Yeah, of course it will. Shout out to Crown. That group gonna blow up, man. You bugging. Music has done so much in my life. It's my meditation. It's my punching bag. Sometimes I just want to get something off my chest. It's my way of venting. It's my way of connecting with people that I probably would never connect with, or I never meet. I've met tons of people through music because it's the only language that everybody speaks. And so many walks of life I've been able to travel, you know, through music. And so it's a blessing to be able to do what I love, learn the art form, and then just be respected within the music community. Not just rap, but just so many people that do music. And so, like, man, I feel blessed about it and thankful that I can be a part of something.